Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really zeroing in on a piece of tech you might be eyeing, the HP Envy by 360 14-inch tune hide.
Yeah.
We've basically taken a super detailed review and boiled it down for you.
Exactly. The idea is to give you the key takeaways without you needing to, read the whole thing yourself.
Right. We want to give you a shortcut to understanding this pretty versatile laptop.
Yeah, and the review we looked at really digs into its style, its performance, and that whole two-in-one flexibility thing. Is it a good laptop and a good tablet? That's the question.
Okay, let's jump right in. First impressions count? Design and build quality. What did the review say?
Well, straight away, it seems to make a good impression. Sleek, modern. It's got this silver finish that looks quite premium, apparently.
Not too flashy, but feels solid.
Exactly. And that two-in-one hinge is obviously key.
Oh yeah, absolutely crucial. Does it work well, like switching between modes?
Seems so. The review praised the 360-degree hinge, said it was smooth, reliable, doesn't wobble when you put it in tent mode or tablet mode.
Okay, that's important. You don't want it feeling flimsy when you fold it over.
Definitely not. And the build quality itself got good marks. It uses a mix of metal and high-quality plastics.
A good balance, then, for durability and weight.
Yeah, seems like it. Plus, some nice aluminum touches for that premium feel. And the finish supposedly holds up well against scratches and stuff.
Practical. And for carrying it around, is it portable enough?
Oh, yeah. The review highlighted that it's slim and pretty light, so definitely good for people on the move, tossing it in a bag.
Okay. Looks good, feels solid, easy to carry. Let's move to the screen. The display and touchscreen often a make-or-break feature, right?
Totally. And this seems to be a strong point according to the review. It's a 14-inch WUXGA IPS touchscreen.
WXGA. So, sharper than Full HD.
Yeah, a bit more vertical resolution. The review said visuals are crisp, clear, lots of detail whether you're reading text or looking at photos.
An IPS panel, that means good viewing angles.
Exactly. Colors stay consistent even if you're looking at it from the side. Good for sharing the screen or just, not sitting perfectly straight on.
Makes sense. How's the touch part of the touch screen? Responsive.
Very responsive, apparently. Navigating Windows 11 with touch feels smooth, natural, plus it supports a stylus.
Oh, nice. So good for notes or creative stuff.
Yeah, the review pointed that out. Sketching, annotating adds another layer of interaction.
And brightness. Contrast. Does it adapt well?
It has adaptive brightness, which is handy, and the contrast ratios were called excellent, so should be comfortable to look at in different lighting.
Yeah.
Vibrant picture.
It sounds like a really solid display.
Right.
Okay, let's talk power. What's driving this thing? Performance.
Right. Under the hood, it's got an AMD Ryzen 5 8640HS processor.
Ryzen 5. So capable for more than just browsing.
Definitely. The review emphasized it's built for multitasking, even handling demanding apps or like photo and video editing.
And RAM. How much does it have?
It comes with 16 gigabytes of RAM.
Okay, that's generous. Should keep things running smoothly even with lots of tabs open.
Exactly. The review noted it manages multiple programs effortlessly. Less lag,
So day-to-day use feels snappy.
Yeah, quick and responsive is how the review put it. Browsing, streaming, apps opening fast.
Good. And storage. Is it fast
Yeah.
storage?
Yep, a 512 GB SSD, solid-state drive, so you get those fast boot times, quick file transfers. And 512 GB is a decent amount of space for most people.
Okay, now, the review mentioned something about built-in AI. What's that about? It sounds futuristic.
It is pretty interesting. It's described as these background optimizations. The AI learns how you use the laptop.
Learns how.
Yeah, like your usage patterns. And then it adjusts things automatically, maybe optimizes power for better battery life, or allocates resources to the apps you use most.
Huh. So it makes the laptop smarter without you doing anything.
Kind of, yeah. The idea is to enhance performance and battery life behind the scenes, like the AI might dim the screen slightly if you're just reading, or boost power if you launch a video editor.
That actually sounds really useful.
Right.
Clever. Okay, moving on. What about graphics and multimedia? Could you, watch movies comfortably or play some games?
Well, it's integrated AMD Radeon graphics. So look, it's not a high-end gaming machine.
Right, not for a hardcore gamer.
No, but the review said it's perfectly capable for a good multimedia experience. Smooth video playback, yes. And even some light gaming is doable without, major visual issues.
So fine for casual games or watching Netflix.
Absolutely. And even for creative folks using things like, say, Adobe Photoshop for photo editing, it should be adequate. Maybe not lightning fast for huge projects, but workable.
And the viewing experience itself. Good colors, decent sound.
Yeah, the display we talked about helps with their vibrant colors, sharp details. The speakers are apparently well-tuned, clear audio for everyday stuff.
But maybe not for audiophiles.
Probably not. They'd likely want headphones or external speakers for the best sound. But for general use, the review suggests they're fine.
Got it. Okay, let's talk practicality for a portable device. Battery life. This is often a big one.
Huge. And this seems to be a real strength. The review quotes HP's claim of up to 14 hours and 45 minutes.
Wow, that's ambitious. What's the real-world expectation likely to be?
Yeah, the review acknowledges it varies, right? Depends heavily on screen brightness, what apps you're running.
Sure, always does.
But the overall message was longevity. It should comfortably get most people through a full day of work or classes without scrambling for an outlet.
That's still pretty impressive if it gets close to that. And in tablet mode? Still holds up.
Seems like it. Good for taking notes, browsing on the sofa, that kind of thing. And another plus, it has fast charging.
Ah, nice. Quick top-up when you need it.
Exactly. It really adds to the portability factor.
Definitely. Okay, shifting to actually using it for work. Keyboard and trackpad? How are they?
Pretty good, according to the review. The keyboard is described as well-spaced with generous key travel.
Key travel, so it doesn't feel too flat or mushy.
Right. Should be comfortable for typing, even for longer sessions. And it's backlit.
Oh, backlit keys are almost essential these days, aren't they? For low light.
Totally. Big help. And the trackpad also got praised. Responsive, accurate cursor control, handles multi-touch gestures reliably.
Sounds like HP didn't skimp on the input methods.
Seems not. They focused on making it productive.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
What about the software experience? It runs Windows 11.
Yep, Windows 11 out of the box. So you get all the latest features, the snap layouts, widgets, that centered taskbar.
And those features work well with the 2-in-1 format.
Yeah, the review suggests they complement it quite nicely. Makes switching between laptop and tablet modes feel pretty seamless within the OS.
Does it come loaded with lots of extra stuff? Bloatware?
It mentions a suite of productivity apps are included, aimed at business and creative users. But importantly, it also highlights that it runs all the standard third-party software, so you can customize your workflow.
Good. Flexibility is key. Okay, connectivity, ports, wireless. How's it stack up?
Seems pretty comprehensive. You get USB Type-A, the older style, plus USB Type-C.
USB-C is good for charging in faster devices.
Right, and there's an HDMI output for external screens, plus an SD card reader.
An SD card reader. Photographers will like that.
Definitely handy. The variety means fewer dongles and adapters needed, which is always a win, especially for presentations or moving around.
True, and wireless. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth.
Top-notch, apparently. Supports fast, modern Wi-Fi standards, and Bluetooth for all your wireless peripherals, mice, headphones, etc. Seamless connectivity.
Okay, wow. We've covered a lot. Design, screen, performance, battery, usability, connections. Let's bring it all together. What's the verdict? Value for money.
The review's conclusion is pretty positive. It reckons the NV by 360 strikes a really good balance between all those things: performance, design, portability, especially in a crowded market.
And the specs seem pretty future-proof. That Ryzen 5, 16 GB RAM, the SSD.
Yeah, exactly. The review felt those core components make it capable now and should keep it relevant for a good while. Plus, those AI features and the responsive touchscreen add to the modern feel.
So for someone specifically wanting that 2-in-1 flexibility, it's a strong contender.
Definitely. The review strongly suggests it's worth serious consideration if you need a device that can be both a laptop and a tablet effectively.
And the battery life imports just add to that.
For sure. They really boost its appeal as a versatile, truly mobile machine.
The specific model reviewed was the 14FAL0002. Any final thoughts from the review on who it's best for?
Yeah, it pointed towards professionals, students, and creative types. People who value that mix of power, flexibility, and frankly, a nice-looking design.
That blend seems key.
Right. The review emphasized the combo. Long battery, responsive touch, solid build quality. These make it stand out. They basically called it a worthwhile investment.
Solid recommendation, then.
Very much so. Described as dependable, adaptable, stylish. A testament to HP figuring out what modern users need. Marrying form and function, as they say.
It sounds like HP really nailed it with this one, based on that review.
That's certainly the takeaway. It's about how all the pieces fit together to create a compelling user experience, not just the specs on paper.
All right, well, that wraps up our deep dive into the HP Envy by 360 14 tier-in-1 based on that review. Thanks for walking us through all the details.
My pleasure. It's always interesting to unpack these devices that try to do, well, quite a lot in one package.
So for everyone listening, we hope this gives you a clearer picture of the Envy by 360 and if it might fit your needs. And maybe something to think about. How could that two-in-one flexibility, that ability to switch from laptop to tablet, specifically change your workflow or maybe unlock some creative ideas? Perhaps it's worth digging into some user reviews too, see how people like you are actually using it day to day. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.